Yeah, I watched this game last night. Bro, yes he was. That nigga, as soon as his game was over, that nigga got off the, that nigga hopped out the party so fast. As soon as the game was over, all you see is his share screen ended, and this nigga just left the party. I'm like, damn. I think so, but then he was trying to make it downfield, and he threw an interception, right? Because he just threw it downfield, and the dude picked it off. I think so. Yep.
We've reached week 17, but it's no longer the final week of the season. Facing off for the fourth straight year, the Bears are looking for their third win in a row against the Giants, and it's headed your way next.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led, of course, by their second-year quarterback from LSU, Joe Burrow.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris.
I be telling you, he's racist, bro.
Up to the 25-yard line. 2nd and 6. Here's Burrow. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The numbers from last week's game for Ebron. 7 catches, 89 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task.
Bloodline.
This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. On first down, Lance. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a 1st down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And they'll go for it. Lance. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there.
I've been telling you
He bought
that.
himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now play fake. Lance. And that is caught.
Nah, I feel you.
He's got it for a giant touchdown. Michael Thomas hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago. Eric Ebron, 76 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. To return it, Alvin Kamara. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. On 3rd down, Mixon. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They run for it with Mixon. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Backed up where they were on this side of the field, that was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 31. Here's Lance to throw it. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Alvin Kamara, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Jalen Phillips, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. Looking long for Thomas. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. To throw, it's Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Have some of this.
Alvin Kamara, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. He's showing the different ways he can hit you in this first quarter. 1 rushing, 1 receiving touchdown.
He's showing us he's not just a stereotype, isn't he? Not just a guy who carries the ball in the backfield, can get out into space, make plays with his hands downfield. That's a pretty good combination right there.
Defensively, you'd prefer to be going against the stereotype, wouldn't you?
At least you know where he is, right? That gives you a chance to get more people to him and get him on the ground.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bears now ready to take over again. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. Felton. He gets away from 1. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And now they will throw it with Burrow. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Buda Baker. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. He can't get him down. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now it's Burrow. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Brian Burns racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Back to Mixon on second down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The Giants on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. We'll check on his status when we get back. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Now it's Burrow. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. Throw left side.
You unlock stuff out of Showcase.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25.
Yeah, like, but that's like a tires and like t-shirt. Like when you play fucking the My Ride shit, you can unlock like a t-shirt or something.
Go ahead and use the first of their timeouts.
Yeah. Now you can unlock clothes and probably some other shit.
Field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Burrow going for it on 4th. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much, Les. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On second and very short, Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. It's brought in by Harris. And he's got this down to the 35.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
You'd have to imagine, given the snowy condition, lots to talk about at halftime for these two coaching staffs. Plenty of decisions to be made for this second half for sure. And for the call, we hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
Indeed, Coach. Thanks very much. And that snow you alluded to showing no signs of stopping, at least in the foreseeable future. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Here's Lance. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
I love that play, because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 3 yards remain for second down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They have 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Now Burrow. That's complete to Cobb. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 3rd quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Ebron caught left side. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow looking deep here for Ebron. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Back now at Soldier Field. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he's got some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
49,
On 2nd and 10, Lance. On the check down, he finds Kamara. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Throwing now is Lance.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And this is going to fall to the ground incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Burrow, short little throw to Ebron, and he'll get it out to midfield. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. From midfield now, Burrow. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Cobb. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Burrow. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead is down to 24. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And now they'll throw with Lance. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From the 6. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, so that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow, and that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So that Charles,
I got 119 left.
Right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. 106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. That one looks like he'll throw here. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Powers through him. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On play action, Lance. He'll buy some time right. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And Lance now to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of...
I'm done.